Yeah, that's definitely not me.
Yeah, so the Crane are the diplomats and the duelists. So a lot of the time they spend a lot of their effort, instead of getting into conflicts, they will actually suggest a duel instead.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You've got... Who else we got?
Unicorn.
Yeah, the Unicorn are basically the Mongolians.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nomads.
Horseback.
They actually left the Empire for a while and ventured outside and to realms unknown, then came back. And they've got the best cavalry.
Right.
And the best horses, thank you very much.
Well, yes. Cavalry needs horses.
Yeah, that's how you are cavalry.
Shut up.
They ride on the shoulders of their enemies.
Damn.
They just
great.
piggyback each other.
The Dragon Clan are the spiritual monks. Pretty much. Not much to really say there. The Shaolin monks of the world and duelists. And the Phoenix are the wizards, basically. Wizards and priests. Anything mystical or magical.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've forgotten somebody. Let's go through
You said Phoenix, didn't you?
Unicorn, dragon, scorpion, lion, crane, crab. Okay, there's everybody. And in some of the lore, the mantis has been raised up to a major clan, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. And that's in some DLC, that's in the handout channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
That was
DLC.
It was free DLC from Fantasy Flight Games for us, which is nice. And they've released a couple of free adventures that tie different things in between the different book releases and things like that. And they're basically the spice traders. They live
The spice.
Yeah, they live on islands, and they do a lot of trading.
Yeah.
So they're the merchants.
Right. I'm kind of stuck between Phoenix and Dragon. Lion.
We don't actually have a Lion Clan player yet.
Oh, then that can be
I
Lion.
thought we did.
No, Rob went for the Phoenix Clan last night.
Oh. Okay.
But it doesn't matter, we can have double ups, I don't care.
Nah, it'll be something different.
We'll have 2 unicorns, that's fine.
Who else is a unicorn?
Maxim.
Fuck no. I want it to be special.
Well, you are.
God damn it.
Except if you want, you can change your name, because his name's also Shinjo Takuya.
Oh, fucking he's going the same character as I'm going. Fuck.
Shinjo is the family name, so if you just want to change the first name, then you can be family. Loosely related, anyway.
Be family yet not.
Yeah, so when one of you dies, it's more dramatic for the...
No, these new settings are great. I've been streaming now for 15 minutes, and it hasn't dropped a single frame.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, thank God.
So I'm happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that.
I don't have enough of those patches up there. So frame. In case I missed the first one.
I guess
we're going to the work now.
So, are you going the lion?
Yes.
Akodo. I can't remember the first name.
What is it? Is it? Yeah, Kodo. Oh, fuck's sake. Manasako. Masako.
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 Oh, Masako, but I'll accept Masako. I'm actually writing things down now because the last couple of games I haven't written things down. I've just been calling people by their real life name.
Oh.
What's the vigilance rating on both your sheets?
2.
Just find it. Right, yeah, 2 and
Cool.
2.
Awesome. You'll just be using that first sheet tonight, Jonathan. The second
Yeah.
sheet is after we get to the interlude, and it tells you how to spend XP and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go over how to use the dice roller in the chat as well. So, in the in-game channel,
Yep.
there are 3 main commands that we'll use. You'll see that you can look back and see the exclamation mark commands.
Oh, yeah. Like exclamation keep 24 roll WWBB, which I think is white, black.
Yep.
Is that right?
So to roll, that's the syntax you'll use. W for every white dice, B for every black dice.
Yep.
And then, so when you make a check, I will tell you what skill to use and what. I'll give you a choice of skills you can use, and I'll let you know what approach you're taking based on how you're role playing that action.
Right.
Which would be one of the 5 rings. The value in that ring will be how many black dice you're allowed to roll with that check, and how many and how many dice total you're allowed to keep from the roll.
Right. So if I wait.
So if you've got a rank 2 in a skill, it'll be 2 white dice plus whatever ring.
So, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The stronger the ring, the more dice you can keep. The weaker the ring, the less dice you can keep. So less chance of success.
So for instance, for my martial arts and close combat weapons, it's a 2. So I roll 2 white dice, and whatever rings show up on that correlates to how many black and what I get from that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then once you've done the roll, you've got to decide which dice you're going to keep. You can keep up to the total amount of that ring.
Right.
So if you've got a value of 3 in that ring, you can keep up to 3 of those dice. The pictures on the dice, the circle, the complete circle, which looks.
Yeah.
I'll get a dice out and we'll go through it. Or you can see it on your character sheet as well. That's a success.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking at that one now.
Yeah, that's a success. Obviously, that just means you successed. This one here is an opportunity. We'll go over that shortly.
So go
lower for me. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then you'll see this one looks like a little. On here looks like a little bit of a love heart, but it's actually a fire symbol. The little one.
Yeah.
That's a strife, and we'll go over that again shortly. And we've got what looks like the Naruto Byakugan thingy in the eye. Shakugan, what it's fucking called. Or as we call it, three sperms swinging in a circle. That one is an explosive success. So like in Shadowrun, 6s will explode.
Yeah. So it's like you succeed extremely well.
Well, in that case, you get to roll another dice of the same color that was on.
Yeah.
And that will, you can choose to keep that or not. And dice can keep exploding as well. So if you keep rolling explosive successes, you can do some pretty good success.
Yeah.
And that's on top of what you're allowed to keep.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's how you can expand your rolls. If you're not very good, you happen to get an explosive success, then you can get another result on top of that. So strife is representative of the mental strain or emotional toll actions are taking on you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a composure stat on your sheet. That's how much strife you can take before you're compromised. When you're compromised, any dice you roll with a strife symbol are counted as blank.
Right, so they're
not counted?
They're not counted. Yeah, you don't get any effect from them. At that point, you can choose to unmask, which means you take a hit to your honor and glory.
Yeah.
And you will resolve the roleplay effect that's next to it. So I think you got the unicorn is blushing and all that sort of stuff.
Blushing and blustering. Yep.
So in the middle of a thing, or you might be in a test where you're meant to keep your composure or something like that, and all of a sudden you start blushing and shying away. That basically is like a pretty bad social faux pas. Not so much for the unique. I mean, the blushing one's not so bad.
Well, where was that? Was that
next to compromise?
That's the unicorn.
Next to next to composure, there'll be a little thing that says
your reaction.
Reaction, yeah.
Angrily call out challenges to frozen for comeback, right? Okay.
Yeah, so your ones are pretty. If you're in the middle of a court session or something and you unmask and you just start calling out people for duels, then
it's probably going to end badly.
Yeah, well, that's why you take the hit to your glory and your honor, because you've just lost your shit.
Yeah.
Whereas samurai's supposed to be, robots.
Honorable.
Show no emotions.
Yeah.
Opportunities. When you roll an opportunity, you can use that to either recover a strife, so you can take one off your sheet, reduce your value, or you can cancel out a strife that's that happens to be in on one of the dice rolls, or you can use them in combat for criticals and things like that, which is explained, I think, on one of your sheets. Or it's actually a currency, essentially, you can barter with me to enhance your success or to mitigate your loss in a narrative sense. So you might be trying to climb a wall, you failed, you're falling down, you might have rolled 2 opportunities, so you might say to me, I want to use those opportunities to make sure I land and not take damage. And I might say yes or no or whatever. If you're searching a box or a chest or something, and you've rolled some opportunities and you've succeeded, you might get a little bit of something extra.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of extra. Like a bit of something.
You might have found a hidden compartment or something like that. That's all that sort of really does. So when you roll, then you keep, and then if you need to do an exploding success, you will do the exclamation mark add, and then white or black. And that will add that dice roll to your previous score, and it'll list them all in a fresh line.
Right.
And that's some skills might allow you to re-roll, and of course then that's exclamation mark re-roll. Now you will see 1, 2, or 3, 4, that sort of stuff on there. That's the position in the queue of the dice, starting from the left. So if you see keep 1, 2, that means keep the first 2 dice. If you see keep 2, 4, and 5, that's keeping the 2nd, 4th, and 5th dice. So that's what those numbers sort of mean. Right.
I feel like I'm going to mess the dice thing up.
That's right, I'll guide you through anyway. And if you get it wrong, I can just take over and I'll roll the right ones for you, and you'll see the syntax in there anyway. No, that's Twitch. I don't want to go to Twitch. I want to go into Discord. Not in that phone, that's nearly flat. This phone. Yep, this phone is full.
Yay!
Hooray for multiple work phones.
Hooray for multiple devices.
Mine's plugged into my computer.
I don't have any more USB slots, unfortunately.
USB hub, yeah.
It's not worth getting one just for my laptop.
Yeah.
I would be using my gaming rig for the streaming, but unfortunately it doesn't want to get internet in this room, but the laptop does, so yeah.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, even though I've got a Nighthawk modem and a Nighthawk dongle, it still seems to...
It just doesn't...
This room just happens to kill internet for that particular device.
You should try making your laptop a hotspot and see what that does.
Well, if I hotspot my phone to the computer, it's fine.
Yeah.
But any form of wireless aerials or dongles that I put in it
it just
doesn't
cakes it.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's just like nah. So anyway, I'll figure that out one day. It's probably more of a hardware limitation. Maybe the MOBA is a bit fried. I don't know, but it still runs VR, so I'm happy.
That's all that matters.
I usually just hotspot my phone when I do the VR.
Yeah.
For the internet.
I should get that soon. Hopefully.
Yes, well, there is multiple apps that you and I will have a lot of fun playing.
Oh, really?
Shooting games, of course.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to be getting Pavlov. Oh, wait, is that it? Yeah, Pavlov?
Yeah, Pavlov's more of the COD game of them all.
Maybe it was.
There's Onward.
There's a whole heap. Onward, that was the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Pavlov is basically like CS:GO. Sorry.
CS:GO. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Onward is more like Arma.
Yeah.
More realistic, more slow. And then there's Contractors, which is somewhere in the middle.
Contractors.
That's actually pretty fun too.
I've seen a lot of people play that. It's awesome.
But Onward's got a more consistent online community, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know whether Clem's going to join us or not, or whether he's just listening in silence and laughing at us. Clem, if you can hear this.
Well, Gara, we're talking to you.
I might just message him and see what he says. See ya.
Oh, Kimmy's going to be having a yuzu sake tonight. Wee.
Now, just tell her that particular cup is 1 serving, by the way.
Yeah, we know. It's 1.1 servings.
Yep.
That's fine by me.
I mean, you can...
Hello again!
That was the wrong button.
you can, pace yourself with it, but why?
What are we pasting with?
Sake.
No, he's drinking sake.
Sake?
Ah.
Sake.
Sake.
Okay.
I've never actually tried it.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Sake is a very funny word. It changes depending on the Chinese symbol. Sake can mean, obviously, the rice wine or fish.
Oh wow, that's a fishy drink.
Yeah, well, it's actually more of more of actually a term for salmon. Sorry, should I say?
So it's a salmon drink then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it used to be made like they used to chew it and then spit it out, didn't they?
What's that?
Chris.
Like to make sake. Fuck's sake, I'm going to say Sasuke then. To make it, they used to chew on rice and then spit it into like a cup and then let it ferment for like years.
I wouldn't know.
Don't care about that. You don't care about the drink a bit, don't you?
I will have to research that so I can fact check that. Either way,
make it yourself.
Some old Japanese man's cud still tastes pretty good, so. Hey, I can actually fold this up to make it look like a kimono.
I'm still wearing mine from last night. Is it right over left or left over right? For living. For living.
Left over right, mate.
Left over right. Okay. I got it the right way. Yay.
So, yeah. The collar should be going down towards your right hand. Alright, well, I don't know whether Clem's jumping in, so we're just going to start, and you can just jump in randomly.
Yeah.
Otherwise you guys are going to get bored and leave. And never come back.
Oh no, this is my entertainment tonight.
So, okay. So, you are young samurai from your respective clans, and you're on your way to a village called Tsuma. Actually, if you have a look in the maps channel, you'll see a map of Tsuma and what that looks like. You're on your way to your Genpuku, which is like your coming of age test. And you're also there to compete in an event, which is very culturally significant to every clan. That's a bit of the backstory there. You meet each other along the way on the road, and just happen to travel together, you know.
As you do.
Traveling with friends, power of friendship, all that jazz. All right. So, we raise the curtain. It is the 20th year of the reign of the Divine Emperor Hantei the 38th. The Emerald Empire has stood for 1,000 years, thanks to the guidance of the Kami and the wise benevolence of the Hantei Emperors. Each of the 7 great clans vies eternally to be first in the Emperor's favour, while safeguarding Rokugan from its many enemies within and without. The Topaz Championship is a chance for each clan to test their best and brightest against one another. Though all contestants can pass the tests and become samurai, the winner claims glory for themselves and their clan, and may even earn a high-ranking position in the Empire. As contestants, you are all travelling to the village of Tsuma, where the championship will be held at the Kakita Dueling Academy. Who knows? Maybe you will win it all and become the Topaz champion. At this point, the players can chat amongst themselves and introduce themselves to each other. Let each other know as much as little about their history or background or anything they want, if they so desire.
Alright. Cool.
Tell us about yourself, Grady.
Actually, I was going to actually change my name.
What is your name?
Since someone else. I was going to change it to GAI.
Gaijin?
No.
Oh.
GIN.
Oh, GIN?
Yeah.
What, Gintama?
Yeah, alright, we'll go with that. Yeah.
So your name is Gintama? Is it?
It was going to be, instead of no, that wouldn't work. No, we'll go GIA, JIN.
So Jin.
Yeah.
Is that your first name or your last name?
First name.
What's your last name?
Shinto.
Oh,
Shinjo.
Shinjo. Okay. Shinjo
Yeah.
Jin. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Shinjo. Son.
Right.
Tell us about yourself.
Yes. Kinda fucked up my family trade. But, yeah, gonna prove that my actions are not responsible for not a set example for the rest of my clan.
Your actions are your own and not of that of your
Yes.
clans? Okay.
Not that of my clan, yeah.
Cool.
So what I do shouldn't reflect on what my clan actually does.
Fair enough.
And who might you be, fellow traveller?
I can't pronounce his name. My name is it's like Kido
Akodo Masako.
That whatever he said.
Sorry, what is it again, Chris?
Akodo Masako. Well,
AKODO, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm pronouncing it in the Western tongue so you can actually understand what I'm saying. The O's are actually short sounds, so there should be Akodo.
Akodo.
Yep.
Akodo. Akodo Masako. We can just call you Masako. If you like.
Okay.
That's easy. Which is very informal, but we're all friends here now. We're all on the dusty road.
Yeah, you know my name.
Whether you like it or not.
And
was a strict childhood. Couldn't do anything fun other than train. Lots of fun.
Nice.
Lots of...
Cool.
Sounds like you had the upbringing that Goku wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I am your all-powerful god. I determine the outcomes of your lives, pretty much. I'm sure you guys will have no issue with you guys, but just so you know, I dislike power gamers and metagamers, so I will punish them fiercely.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank God.
If you ever want to do something that sounds like fun, go ahead and do it, and I'll just tell you what dice to roll. The other night we had a 30-minute side quest while one player character decided to go drinking.
Was that Joel?
That was Joel. And every time he took a drink, I made him do a check, and every check got progressively harder as he went. So
just passes out on the floor.
Well, kind of.
Well, yeah, kind of. Was that wasn't last night, was it? Or was that?
No, that was on the first stream. So that's on Twitch and on YouTube as well. So you can go back and watch that. It's pretty sure it's in like the last hour of the video. The video is like...
I remember watching that one.
That video is like 4.5 hours long, so...
I'll watch it tonight.
Alright, cool.
You know that was a perfect segue for you to plug your own channels, yeah?
Yeah, well, for all of 0 viewers.
Hey, people could come back to watch it.
Okay, well, like and subscribe.
Leave a comment in the comments section.
My YouTube channel is Divine Wind Gaming. So just Divine Wind.
Underscore. Gotta add the underscore.
Divine underscore.
Otherwise you get too many other people.
So this is why I'm bad at streaming, because I'm not good about talking about myself. That's why this is going to be more of an RPG/podcasty sort of channel.
Yeah, I'll probably start streaming when I get a VR.
Yeah, I can't do streaming and VR at the same time. My rig is the CPU is a little bit too old for that. But anyway, yeah. I digress. We digress. We digress together. And there goes the cat. Yes, I moved your bed so you can't sleep there anymore. So good luck and goodbye. Okay. Despite coming from different clans, since meeting each other, you have been travelling together on the road, occasionally encountering other travellers and peasants transporting goods. You can now see the village of Tsuma just ahead, through the blossoming trees. Soon you'll have arrived and can rest yourselves before the contest begins tomorrow. As you walk down the road beside the Tangu River, you find your way blocked by a cart upended across the road ahead. To your right, the river laps up against the edge of the path. To your left, an artfully created stone wall blocks off a broad and flooded field of rice. There is no way to proceed without either getting wet or setting the cart to rights. An elderly peasant is struggling to do just that as you approach, but when he notices you, he hurls himself to the road at your feet, his forehead pressed into the dust. "Honor samurai," he cries. Now I'm like Gollum. 1,000 pardons for blocking your path. I will move the cart directly. You could wait, but compassion is a virtue of a samurai. Besides, maybe he knows something useful about the village or the championship. So at this point, you can basically have a chat to the guy, see if he knows anything about what you're coming to do, maybe find out what he's doing, or you could assist him.
Hell yeah!
I'm assisting.
Or you can, investigate the area and whatnot. So, I'll leave that up to you. What do you do?
Jump in with the assist. Like, I'm an asshole, but come on. No, I'm gonna help poor man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Alrighty. Wait a minute. Okay, so the two of you jump in, help him set his cart to rights. The old man is almost speechless with gratitude, and he pulls the cart to the side and prostrates himself once more. So he's back on the ground with his head bowing. You can now either stay and talk, or investigate the area, or continue through to the village at this point, because your path is now unblocked. Yeah.
You can go first, Jono. What would you do?
I'm going to talk to the old man.
What are you going to say? What are you going to ask?
Anything interesting around here?
With many additional apologies, the old man explains. 10,000 pardons, Honored Samurai. I became startled when I thought I saw someone standing in the middle of the river. A gust of wind caused me to fall into the river and knock the cart over on its side. He's quite damp from the knees down, supporting his story that he fell into the river. He thinks that was pretty interesting, that what happened around there.
Yeah. So wait, let me just say. So he saw someone in the water. Is that what you said?
Yep, he saw someone standing in the middle of a river, and a gust of wind caused him to fall into the river and knock the cart over on its side.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, how big is this cart supposedly?
It's like it's like one of those one-man wheelbarrow things that they
like a wheelbarrow, yeah.
But they pull it behind
Okay, because all I've got's the cabbage cart from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That sort of thing. It's falling over from a gust of breeze.
It's basically a rickshaw, but for goods.
Okay.
But if you want to know more about the cart, I can actually tell you something.
Because, like, if it's a flimsy sort of cart, I can understand that a gust blew it over as he fell over, sort of thing. But if it's the cabbage cart, that would take a lot more than a gust blow over.
Yep.
I would believe anyway.
So you notice that there is a lot of personal effects chests and things like that in there that seem to belong to someone well above his station as a peasant.
I want to ask, kind sir, would you perhaps be able to explain the said person you saw before your misfortunate accident?
Say that again?
I want to ask the guy, hang on, make sure it's all plugged in properly. I want to ask the guy to give me a very brief sort of description of the said person that he saw before he had his accident.
The old man claims that it must have been a trick of the light, since the man he thought he saw, the Emerald Champion Doji Satsume, has been dead for several weeks. The old man remembers his master fondly and still mourns his death.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
What was his name?
The peasant is happy to answer that question as he continues bowing. My name is Ryu. That's R-Y-U, Ryu.
Why?
Yeah, a lot of people will call it Ryu, which is really annoying, but
Right.
we'll move past that. And I was honored to be the servant of Doji Satsume, the great Emerald Champion, who enforced the law across the empire. But sadly, my master died some weeks ago. Now I bring his personal effects to his brother-in-law, Doji Toshimoko. Toshimoko-sama is the honored head of the Kakita Dueling Academy in Suma.
So, what was the surname? Satsuma? What's the surname of the Emerald Champion?
Satsume. M-E.
So, S-A-T-S-U-M-E?
Yeah.
Okay. The gentleman, the cart driver is taking it to who again?
He's delivering the effects to the brother-in-law, Doji. So D-O-J-O.
Dodgy.
Yep.
Dodgy. He's a dodgy bugger. Okay.
Toshimoko.
T-O-S. Toshimoko.
Yep.
Like spelling all this stuff wrong.
That's fine.
That's why I'm saying it very slowly. So
you guys
jump in and go, oh, it's pronounced this way.
You guys are better at this than the last group because you've gone through almost half of the pre-made content already of this encounter, whereas the last group was just like, yeah, did one thing and then moved on. I'm like, well, you just missed out on a lot of information.
D&D.
Oh, good.
I played D&D, so I'm sort of...
Perhaps they can learn from you.
The thing is, I would ask for perception checks and that sort of stuff and expect to have to roll a d20 sort of thing.
This stuff...
And I'll go, what do I see?
This stuff is all given to you willingly because he is of a lesser social status to you. So if he doesn't answer, he will expect to be cut down. So...
No.
I'm
talking like if I go somewhere, I'm used to asking. I roll a perception check to see what I see in this room.
Yep. So that's vigilance. So vigilance is like a passive score, and it tells me roughly how much you would naturally notice on your own, and I will tell individual people what they've noticed. So some people will have vigilance of 3, so they'll notice a little bit extra, but only their character knows that unless they share that with the group. Sort of thing.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so that explains why he has such higher status equipment or value items in his cart. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I asked, does he need a hand in delivering his goods?
You keep stealing my ideas.
He is too proud to be able to accept that help, as it is completely beneath a samurai to do those duties. And he's embarrassed enough already that you had to step in and help him with his issue. So he politely refuses.
Politely refuses. Okay, so I can't help it.
And keeps his head on the ground.
And it'd be wrong, sort of, for me to tell him. Can I tell him to... Okay. OOC here, out of character here. Is it wrong... Would it be wrong for me to tell him to stand up? Because I'm a samurai and he's not?
You could, and he probably would do it reluctantly, but he would not meet your eyes. He would not... He has to stay below you in some form. Which is why when you walk into a lord's audience chamber, he will be sitting up slightly on a pedestal. On a raised platform.
Yep.
Yeah. So he'd still be bowing, or he'd still be making himself lower than you in some way. He asks you, is there anything else I can help you with, Honored Samurai?
I'm going to ask.
Do we know how he passed away?
Sorry? John said something at the same time.
Do we know how the Emerald Warrior passed away? First of all, Emerald Champion passed away.
Champion.
Yeah, we do not. We just know that he's dead.
Okay. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just rereading my my character's sort of background for a second.
All good.
What's the governing body of the area that we're in?
You are in.
Like, what's the major clan?
You're in Crane territory.
That we're entering.
Yep.
Oh shit.
You know this because you're heading towards Suma, and you can see it. You can see it in the distance.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Okay. I just read the last passage about the Oh, okay. Oh, I'm actually spelling it wrong. Alrighty. Do you have any more questions, queries to the lovely man?
No.
Akadum-san?
No idea. I forgot what your name was.
We'll go with that. It's been a long day.
As the peasant stoops to gather his things, a sudden gust of wind scatters papers from the cart into the air. One sheet dances away from the others and lands directly at your feet. As you snatch the paper up, you notice the writing upon it. You have often told me you are a better father to my children than I am. I can only hope the fortunes bless you, or curse you, with children of your own one day, that you could see the true challenges of fatherhood. It appears to be addressed to the writer's brother-in-law, Kakita Toshimoko.
Yeah, so that was addressed to the brother-in-law, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Shit. So that letter was about looking after the Emerald Champion's children, and it's basically saying either curse you or bless you with children of your own. So you realise the struggles of being a father.
Yes.
Okay.
You may keep the paper, or you may return it.
I'll return it.
I return it, but I take a mental note of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's now knowledge. So, all good.
Yeah.
Cool.
The village of Suma buzzes with activity today, as peasants and samurai move along the street on their business. The peasants all bow and wait for you to pass, while the samurai rush by you without a second glance. Streamers are affixed to trees, paper lanterns in the colours of the great clans hang from posts, carp kites fly in the air, and glass chimes sing in the breeze, all welcoming contestants, observers, and other visitors to this year's Topaz Championship. You quickly make your way to the town magistrate's estate to formally register for the tournament. Then you're directed to the House of the Laughing Carp, the tea house and inn, housing the contestants. As you step into the courtyard of the inn, a loud voice catches your attention. "This is unacceptable," bellows a lean, tall, young man, still dusty from the road. His sea green attire is and unfamiliar family crest mark him as a samurai of a minor clan. The samurai is in mid-argument with the innkeeper, an utterly implacable peasant woman. "Forgive me, honoured samurai," she says very dryly. "All my rooms are spoken for. If I should give you a room, I must displace another samurai, one who made these arrangements in advance. Perhaps you could try another boarding house in the village. They are all full," the samurai hisses. Struggling to regain his composure, the innkeeper notices your arrival and quickly turns to you and bows. "Honoured guest," she says, apparently recognising you by your clan crests. "Your rooms are waiting."
I just thank you and go to my room. Not interested in trying to help that guy.
Part of me wants to cut that guy down. Being a dick.
Don't worry, I thought about it as well.
Well, okay.
But I don't know if I want to dirty my blade yet.
Well, you don't technically have a blade. If you look at your... you've only got a bucket.
My bucket.
Yeah. That's going to be...
Well, like... hey, crack to the neck.
Oh, yeah.
That killed him.
You'll just make a bit more of a mess than you would with a katana. Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit more.
A blunted or wooden weapon, yeah.
Yeah. You can insult him if you like. At least.
Do I know he's a minor clan, but can I notice a mon on his shirt or a clan symbol on his shirt or his attire, I should say? He's not necessarily wearing a shirt like us Westerners.
Okay,
or does it not say?
Do a culture target number 2.
Okay.
And
culture. Culture. There it is.
And the approach.
Gotta log into my phone.
And with water.
Yeah. Okay, so roll. Exclamation point. Roll. Oh, I got a 1 next to that. Yay for me. Roll 1 white dice and 2 blacks. Send. So I have. So is everything I've rolled so far correct?
Yep, so you can keep up to 2 of those dice. You've got 2 successes there, an explosive success and a strife.
Okay. So I want to.
So be exclamation, keep, space, and then the number of the dice in the queue that you want to keep.
Keep 2. Space keep 2. And then what else do I want to do?
Well, you can keep one more if you want. You can keep up to 2.
Keep 3 then. Oh, keep up to 2.
Yep. So you can keep the first 2 if you want, or you can keep the second 2, or you can keep just 1 if you wanted to. But your target number is 2 successes. So
I've made it.
Yep. So the logical choice would be to keep 1, 2.
Keep 1,
2. So you'll write it like 12.
Oh, okay.
So you don't put the space in between the numbers?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So keep 1, 2.
Yep.
Hit send.
Yep.
Send. So it's
Cool. That's 2 successes.
2 successes.
All right. So you can recall from your teachings as a child that his crest is that of the Mantis clan.
Ooh. And no names were dropped, were they?
Well, no, because you haven't spoken to him. So...
Oh, it was more meaning overheard.
No. You've just known that he's been rejected. His room.
From the... Yeah.
Okay. I say thank you to the innkeep, to the 2 people at the front, the innkeep and the servant, was it?
Or the peasant woman?
Peasant woman?
She is the innkeeper.
Okay, I say thank you to the innkeeper. And my way in.
So you move on? All good?
Yeah, I'll move on.
Cool. All right. You've retired to your rooms, and you're having a rest before the next day. You awaken with no clear sense of why, and find that light is shining in the courtyard outside the paper screen door of your room. Emerging, you find a stern-faced older man kneeling by a formal tea set at a low table in the center of the courtyard. Moonlight shimmers on his blue and emerald silk kimono as he gestures for you to join him. "Sit by me," he says. "Who will pour the tea?" You realize with a shock that this is Doji Satsume, the dead emerald champion.
Shit.
It appears he wants you to perform a tea ceremony, and it may not be wise to argue with a ghost.
No.
Well, I know what I'm doing. Definitely going over there and pouring the tea.
Alright, so who's going to pour the tea? Because only one person can perform the ceremony.
It's the youngest person, is it? That pours the tea, or is it? Am I thinking of something else?
No, it is usually the host that will pour the tea, but in this case, he's asking one of you to do it. So, who would like to step up?
That's good. I'll do
it. It is a target number of 1 performance check using the void.
Okay, so...
Wow.
Alright, so... How do I... So, I've got...
What's your rank in performance?
Is that like the rings and rings?
So it's under social.
So it'll be social skill.
It'll be on the bottom.
Oh, right, okay. Which one was I looking for?
Social.
Performance.
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 Entertain and impress others.
It's 0.
It's a dash.
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't add.
It's just blank 0. It's just 0, like the number 0.
Yeah. So you don't add any dice to that, but you can still roll your void dice. So whatever your void value is, you roll dice.
So 2.
Black dice equal to that.
Right. So.
Shit.
So exclamation. Whoa. And
Space.
BB. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. 2 successes.
And then keep that, yeah?
You can keep up to 2, but yeah.
Yeah.
But you might as well keep the 2. So, Satsume sniffs with approval and consents. It seems to be more willing to have a conversation now. He is pleased and offers the subtlest hint of a smile.
I'm jelly. Well done.
At this point, you may now speak with Satsume and see what's going on.
Just to clarify, do I keep, do the exclamation mark keep number 2 or 12?
Well, 12 will keep 1 and 2. The first and second dice. You're better off keeping both because that actually gave you a little bit more storyline for having an extra success.
Yeah, so put 12 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Last time I thought, yeah.
Where would I be?
You were both sitting around the table. So you sat down and Masako performed the ceremony for everybody there at the table.
Okay. Very well. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a ginger cap on. Is it ginger?
No, it's Tabby.
Tabby. Oh.
Come on.
No, I want my ginger companion now.
Mine's white.
The slave, the lovely partner.
I've heard that.
Welcome to the stream, Bara. Say hello to the internet. She's cold, so she wants to sit and get warm. And she hates being alone.
Aww.
Grady's getting ready for some hardcore roleplay here.
Yeah, looks like it.
I'm wearing a
Let's turn to a cat stream now.
Wait, I gotta get my 2.
Hey, cats might get us more viewers.
They probably will. I'll get my steak as well. How about that?
Alright, she settled down.
Alright.
on your blanket.
Right, that's a bit more room for you now.
Okay.
So
So we're sitting around the table.
sitting around a tea table.
With a ghost.
Yes, with a supposed ghost. You've done a good job pouring tea. I believe a hint of a smile was given.
Yes.
And now I believe we're up to allowed to ask questions.
Yes.
Or
Well,
a couple of questions.
he seems more inclined to have conversation with you
Answer.
now. You've appeased what he wanted, so
Requested.
yeah.
Oh, so many questions I want to ask.
Start.
No, that's the whole. You know, in the whole multiple choice thing, you've got the A, B, C, or D.
Yeah.
The thing. Yeah. Like, the thing is, I want to ask, you know,
Why aren't you dead?
were you watching over your
If I am dead, then who is enjoying this tea? He holds the cup to his nose and sniffs. Ah, lovely brew.
I was talking sheer theoreticals here.
No, Jonathan says, "Are you dead?" And aren't you dead? And and that was an exact thing in the book. So I'm like, all right, I'll go with that. Can't you just sit there so you don't have to get on top of all my materials, Cat? Please. No, you can't go climbing. You either sit down or you jump off. Those are your two options. Wise choice.
Yes. Since you did such an amazing job at pouring the tea, you can ask first question, John.
I already did.
You did.
He's really thinking.
Hey, this makes sense for the cat in the shop because look what's on the book.
Is it a cat? Oh my god, it is
a sleeping cat.
Aww. No, I'm not going to say that because then you're going to abuse the absolute fuck out of me. I mean, absolute buggery out of me. Oh man.
You won't know until you ask.
No. I was going to metagame. I was going to say, if I had known I was going to potentially meet him, potentially have met the kart driver, the Emerald Champion.
You would have kept the letter?
I would have actually asked kart driver a couple of other different questions, but to relay back to if I ever saw the Emerald Champion sort of thing. Anyway, metagame. yeah, metagame.
Well, you still know that you found the letter, and you know what was inside it.
Yeah, I kind of find that asking about someone else's potential children to be very, very, very personal. And to be asking a now deceased Emerald Champion children.
Possible deceased.
Possibly deceased Emerald Champion about his children. Kind of too personal. Considering he's only just sat down to an amazingly poured tea. Not since we're here for it is a championship, yeah, that we're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I ask him, is he looking forward to watching the championship that is to take place shortly?
The blossom can never return to the bough, yet all can see from whence it came.
Wow, that is very deep. That is as deep as both my love and the ocean. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna stop Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare there.
Perhaps the ghost isn't actually aware of what's actually happening in the mortal realm.
Oh,
as much.
Okay.
But after he says this, he looks at you directly into your eyes and says, I want you to ensure Hitoshi, the young mantis, survives the Topaz Championship. I want to see that he becomes a samurai worthy of his father.
God damn it! God damn it!
Oh, wow.
But I can hopefully. We're still regaining my honor. We're still holding on, hopefully.
Was it survive or win?
Survive.
Survive. Okay. Can I be lazy and say that, of course, with every interaction I use the correct suffix?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're not going to get hardcore until you guys can really get your heads into the setting and it becomes second nature. If you want to do that way. But I'm happy to just play the story out. You guys have some fun. We have some laughs. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Not about getting Japanese freaking etiquette spot on.
It's going to take a lot longer than a few hours for me to get used to it.
Because I mean, otherwise I'd have to be sitting here role playing with my cousin and my wife's family in order for people to get this right. So
yeah, I remember your first episode. Your first stream that you were like, yeah, you guys have lost 2 honor, not using the correct suffix. When they were talking to that I think it was Joel and Clem or everyone else who was talking to the person in charge about the die show.
Yeah, because they literally just turn around and go, "Wait, what do you know?" Basically, you're a guest in this guy's house. Show some respect.
God damn.
That's an ongoing storyline that we can also do outside of the main story too. So we might make like a special stream event, whatever. If you, we can also fit you guys into that too if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to give it a go.
So we'll see how it goes. Might run that on a different day.
Yeah. Don't want to confuse the watchers. The people tuning into your streams. Don't want to confuse them.
No, well, once I'll actually start putting it in the stream titles what we're actually doing, and then I might actually put a schedule up on my on my stream if we can start getting actually something scheduled like going. But anyway, so that's where you guys are currently at.
Okay.
Well, we know why, because he wants him to be like his father.
Yeah, we want the lovely dude that was potentially rejected service. Do we happen to know of what clan the Emerald Champion was of?
He is not wearing any clan symbols. However, if you recall all the things spoken, you might be able to start piecing together some of the riddle.
No, he's not. He's not. Fuck. I hope not, because then
more information will come throughout the adventure anyway. So
yeah, okay. So what did the Emerald Champion initially say? Or the supposedly dead dude initially said? The petal.
The fallen blossom can never return to the bough, yet all can see from whence it came.
Okay. Hmm. That's pretty much saying the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. That's from my understanding of it.
Let's put it this way: the son may have left the house, but you can still see from where the sun came.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. And the what was the kid's name? Mantis Clan dude's name?
Hitoshi.
That was mentioned. Hitoshi. Hitoshi. Mantis Clan. Okay.
Cat, either sit down or jump off. I told you there's two choices. Yeah, you were comfortable where you were. I don't know why you bothered moving.
How did the Emerald Champion know the kid's father?
Words like cuts of the sword can never be called back once spoken.
So in battle, I'm guessing.
No, once something is said, you can't take it back.
So falling out.
Potentially.
So yeah, I think I'm right.
Man, you guys are so much better at this than the other group.
Talking about puberty, I tell you what. You hit puberty and went, Dad, you fucking suck. Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. Flip the table.
I know how to live my life.
Can't tell me what to do, Dad. I'm the man. I'm a man of myself.
I'm 12 years old now. I'm a man.
God damn it. Can't tell me what to do. Alrighty. So by piecing together, no, we can't piece that together yet. Potentially. Fuck. We can't piece together that Hitoshi is the Emerald Champion's son, can we?
I think we can we? Like,
Well,
I thought it was pretty obvious.
Through the letter and through what has been said through the Emperor.
Well, whether that fact is true or untrue, it still has
still yet to be determined.
Has no value at this time.
At the moment, yeah.
So, make sure you record down your thoughts and findings, and they may come in useful later. I really don't know because I haven't gotten through far enough to the adventure to actually find out. Kitty, kitty. Yeah. Is there anything else you wish to say or do?
I've got a few more questions, I think.
Who does?
Go ahead.
Go for it, man.
Is there a message you would like to give us to give? I'm going to say that again. Is there a message you would like to give the young Paymanders?
The fallen blossom can never return to the bough, yet all can see from whence it came.
Oh, so that's the message.
He's reluctant to go into much more detail, and
right.
he just keeps repeating himself in riddles.
Oh, today's not the day for riddles. No, personally, today's not the day for me to be doing riddles.
You get the distinct impression that, regardless of what he's saying, he really wants Hitoshi to survive and succeed.
Yep.
He turns to look at you somewhat expectantly. As if awaiting a reply.
Don't know how to reply to that.
Yeah, part of me wants to go. Part of me wants you to be as encrypted as he's being and go. One can see the only one can see the way the wind blows when it blows. But yeah.
That basically means we will see what happens. When it happens.
Exactly. We will see what happened when it happened.
He doesn't seem very pleased at this response.
If, like, obviously, as a former champion, he's high in rank and all that, isn't he?
He is a very high rank. He's one of the most important people in the Empire.
Then now that I'm like understand that a bit better, I bow my head and tell him that I will do my best and make sure his son survives and succeeds.
You have my thanks. May Lady Doji favor you with eloquence and courage in your task. When you look again, your visitor is gone. You reach down to put away the tea set and discover that the teapot is cold and the teacup belonging to your guest still sits undisturbed and dry on the tray.
Fucking trippy shit, I tell ya.
What was in that tea?
No, what did we have on our way there? Seen that sort of stuff.
It was all in your heads.
Pretty much. Although it's apparently said to happen. That sort of stuff is supposedly said to happen.
Yep.
Fluff.
So unless there's anything else you'd like to do,
no.
Basically,
I will probably go back to my room because he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Everything's dark and cold, and nothing's really coming anymore.
Yeah. We just head back to our rooms.
Alrighty. The next morning dawns. As pure and golden as the voice of the lark, You make your way across the river to the sandy courtyard and training field of the Kakita Drilling Academy, where the grey-haired sensei, Kakita Toshimoko, gives a brief speech reminding all present that the eyes of their clans and the eyes of their ancestors and the eyes of the Empire are upon them. He introduces the current Topaz champion, Kitsuki Yui... I did this last one too. Yui Kimi. And last year's runner-up, Bayushi Sugai. And instructs the contestants to direct any questions they have about the tournament to the two samurai. A white-clad priest then emerges to bless the assembly, and the contest proper begins. There is a sign in front of you that outlines the structure and rules of the championship. In order to complete the Genpuku, you must only show proficiency in your tasks. If you earn, so that will be 8 contest points in total. To get a point, you can succeed on a check, so you on the task that you're required to do, which will be different depending on what the event is. You can get 2 points if you succeed the test and you also succeed with the approach that the judge favours the most. You'll get a bonus point. If you can beat the listed front runner, so the favourite, you will earn an additional point and gain 1 glory. That stacks on top of the other points. So you can get up to 3 points if you succeed with the correct approach and beat the front runner.
Favorite.
Yeah. Sure, there's something to read out here.
So it's say those point values again.
So for succeeding in your challenge, you get 1 point.
Yeah.
If you succeed and impress the judge by using his favourite approach, you get 2 points. And if you also
succeed in event task,
and if you're able to,
it's 1 point.
Yep. If you're able to
beat the front runner, you get an additional glory.
Additional glory and a point. The tournament is split up over 3 days.
Yep.
The first day is made up of... So there are five contest events on the first day. There is Sumai, which is traditional wrestling. There is heraldry, athletics, horseback riding, and conduct. On day 2, you'll...
Sorry, wrestling.
Yep. Heraldry,
horseback,
athletics, horseback riding, and conduct.
Horseback.
On day 2, it covers weaponry, poetry, knowledge of law, Go, the game.
Oh, God, no.
Don't worry, you don't actually have to do to know anything about the game.
Oh, thank God.
That's just a story element. Archery and hunting.
So what was that again? Weaponry?
Poetry.
Poetry.
Knowledge of the law. Go. Archery. And hunting. Before each contest begins, the judge will address you and give you a clue as to what his favourite approach might be. So refer to where you have the explanation of the approaches. It'll give you some examples of what the approaches are for each of those. So utilise those to help you with the riddles. Any questions?
What was the third day?
Sorry?
Was there 3 days?
3 days total. The third day is a special invitation only EA Jutsu competition.
What is the competition?
EI Jutsu.
And how is that spelled? How is that spelled?
I-A.
I-A.
I.
Yep.
Is it double Y? Clem's going to hate me if he's listening to this.
No, I think he left.
No, he could be. Oh no, he's not on the stream either because there's no viewers on the stream. Yeah, IAIJUTSU.
Oh,
EIJutsu.
I. Yeah.
I got the jujitsu part right.
Yeah, got the jitsu was the easy bit. I just wanted to, yeah.
Jutsu basically means style.
Yeah.
Form.
Judge will hint. To preferred.
So he'll give you a hint as to what the preferred method is, yeah.
Okay. So who was the host? I know you've gone back a couple of pages.
The host is Kakita Tokimoko, I think his name was.
K-A...
K-I-T-A.
K-I?
Yep.
T-A...
Toshimoko.
T-S-H-I-M... The Topaz champion. Sorry, Chris.
Hey?
I'm going to want the name of the Topaz champion and the runner-up.
The current Topaz champion?
Given. Yeah.
Yep. That was there. Kitsuki?
K-I-T-S-U?
Yep.
Yep.
K-I, so it's Kitsuki.
Yeah.
Yui Kimi.
U-E-K-I-M-I?
Y-U-I. Yui. Kimi.
Y-U-I-M-I?
Huh?
K-I.
Yep. Yui Kimi.
Yep. And the runner-up?
Yeah, that was the runner. The runner-up is Bayushi.
B-I?
Bayushi.
Oh, sorry. Ba. Y-U-S-H-I.
Sugai. Sugai.
G-A-I.
Not sure. There's a little artifact on my script overlay. It's really weird. I don't know what it's from. Anyway, not important.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Sounds like an interesting, action-packed 3 days.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, we will go into the first event, which is Sumai. Remember, the judge says, in Sumai, as in life, a steady stance creates a solid foundation for success. The first event is a traditional wrestling match known as Sumai. A priest draws a circle in the sand of the training yard and marks it with a rope, then invokes blessing on each pair of wrestlers as they strip down to their undergarments. The winner of each bout is the one who throws their opponent out of the circle. This competition is a target number 2 martial arts unarmed check. You may choose which approach you would like to.
No.
The front runner is Bayushi Meilin of the crab. Of the scorpion.
Oh. Sorry, what was the person's name again? What was the person's name again? Bayushi
Meilin.
Bastardizing it to English. Huzzah.
Who would like to attempt first?
Fuck it, why not? I'll show people how not to do it.
Okay, so describe what you're doing.
I was gonna... So pretty much what you just described is just sumo wrestling.
Yes, but for some reason they call it Sumai.
Okay. How do we know when we're fighting?
Sorry?
How do we know when we're fighting?
The test is basically the wrestle. So basically just like describe what your character is doing and how they're going to approach this task. So a little bit of role play here.
I was going to approach with the earth ring.
The earth ring?
With my yes.
Okay. So you strip down to your undergarments and role play. Come on. Okay, not lucky there is a mature age filter on this stream, so
well, I was gonna...
I'm pretty sure even with no viewers you'd still get me banned from Twitch.
Twitch and, flagged on YouTube, whatever. Alright, I go through the procedures required and I take a I go through the steps procedure required to get ready to begin my match against whoever I'm facing against. And then I will proceed to attempt to move said being out of the ring. through throwing or otherwise.
Cool. Make your test.
Martial arts unarmed. Okay. Who's that? So what did I need?
You need 2 successes to pass.
2 successes. I have 1 explode, don't I?
Yep, so you can keep up to 3 of those results. There's no negatives to keep it all, because then you can cancel one of that strife with one of your opportunities.
Alright, so I've got 2 opportunities there, don't I?
Yep, so if you're going to keep all the dice that are shown there, you don't have to worry about doing the keep because it's there.
Alright.
And there you can go !add, and then put B for 1 black. And that will add that to your pool.
Add space B.
Yep.
Send.
And you got another strife and another opportunity, so you are not successful.
Yeah, no.
You are you are pushed out of the ring, and you have your back covered in dust and a bit of chalk.
Of course. Of course.
How's the game going? Well, Itorbe, you should watch the stream and find out.
Plugging the stream.
I need to get my viewer count up, damn it.
Yeah.
So I can move to the next level, so I can actually start putting some more interactive things on my stream, or just be able to upload videos and things like that. So
Yeah.
okay.
Fuck. Alright. I see how it is.
Bayushi Meilin resets herself, ready for the next challenger.
Can I
There you
listen?
go, Chris.
Would it be...
What's that? That would just slow down the tournament.
Yeah, no, that's alright. I was gonna... never mind. Never mind. I was gonna, say...
Well, we have 2 viewers now, so I'm pretty sure he did it anyway.
Yeah. Alright, cool. I dust myself off. Bow or whatever I need to do, and go and get changed. Because am I done?
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Or am I?
You're done.
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, you got thrown out.
Fuck that.
No, you're done.
Yeah, I fucking fuck. All right. Yeah, I dust myself off. Go get dressed. Go get redressed, I should say.
We have 3 viewers now. Hello, everybody. It's probably just Rob watching it on 3 different devices, isn't it?
Probably.
My other.
Feel free to use the chat, guys. I am monitoring the chat channel tonight.
Oh, now you tell me.
Well, you're in the stream. You don't have to use the chat.
Alright. Guess it's my turn then.
It is indeed.
I get a firm stance, nice and wide. I stand my ground, waiting for them to charge me, and I try to just flip them out.
Alrighty.
And I need my phone. Alrighty.
So, which approach are you taking for that? You've described it, but which ring are you using?
Wait a minute. I closed my thingy. Accidentally. Yeah. Should have deleted the ones I wasn't using.
Come on, iPad. Load that Twitch.
Here we go. Alrighty.
So Twitch is delayed by about 5 seconds, I think, usually.
That's fine by me. And so you can have another viewer.
Alrighty. And when you mean...
Because also the more viewers I get, the higher up the list of channels I can go, and people can actually see this if they start searching for Legend of the Five Rings. Mostly you're looking for card games, but they might see this and go, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. So next to where it says skills and dice, they add, right? There should be a column next to it underneath approaches and dice they add.
I didn't make it bigger. Yeah. Oh, God.
And it should have air ring, earth ring, fire ring, water ring, void ring.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
So pick a ring that most best describes what you just described.
Then the earth ring.
Yep. Cool. So you add your unarmed martial skill.
Yeah.
To any black dice.
So black dice.
Yep. So whatever your earth value is.
Yeah. 3. So, well, and then BBB. Thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Have you got rank 0 and unarmed?
Oh wait, I didn't do that. No, that's
yeah,
going to be a 1.
Add
So add your white.
So just exclamation mark add
add
white.
W. Yeah.
No,
W.
W. Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
So at this point, you would do exclamation mark keep, and whichever dice you want to keep.
Right. So that should be the 2 successes. Yeah. So
ideally.
So that'd be that'd be 2 and 4. Yeah.
4. So 1. Yeah. 4. 24. Keep. Yeah.
Yep. That's the syntax. You got it. All right. You were unable to defeat your opponent. However, you did show great skill. You get 2 points.
And I get forfeits. Fuck off. I mean, bugger all.
No, you can swear grading. This is a mature channel.
Oh, all right then. 4/5. 4/5.
And with that, the Sumai event concludes.
What did we need to beat him? To beat said person?
You needed 3 successes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no chance.
Kitsu Tsubasa and Yasuki Jun both failed to earn their marks. We move on to heraldry.
Don't even know what that is.
You'll find out. Consider, the judge says, that the design of each heraldic emblem contains clues as to its origins that can be unlocked with careful study. The contestants are shepherded one at a time into a small gallery in the Kakita Dojo for the heraldry competition. Each contestant is shown 5 pieces of heraldry of increasing difficulty: a great clan, a family within a great clan, a minor clan, an individual of great status and renown, and a relatively minor samurai. And they are asked to identify them. Partial answers earn partial credit. A contestant must be able to identify 4 outright or give partial answers on all 5 to be rated proficient. This competition is a Target 2 culture check. This competition is judged by Doji Murashige of the Crane Clan. The frontrunner is Kitsu Tsubasa. And who would like to go through into the gallery first?
Well, he went first last time, so I guess I will. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Just remember, if you need to hear the clue again, I can read it out again at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the hint again?
Consider, the judge says, that the design of each heraldic emblem contains clues as to its origins that can be unlocked with careful study. That cat's come back and started destroying things under the table because I'm not paying attention to her. I think she's annoyed because this is like the fourth night in a row that I've run a RPG game. Seems to be taken on. I'm happy with that. I'm improving my skills as a DM as we go, I think so.
Yeah, you are.
So
what do we need to do? Major clan? Identify major clan?
Yep. So that's just flavor text. You don't actually have to identify anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
It's literally just you're gonna get 2 successes on a culture check.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Right. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So
right. Okay.
whatever rank you have in culture, add that many white dice, and choose an approach.
Yeah. Okay. So, and
you role play that.
Oh, yeah. So obviously I'm gonna try and get as much as possible, like, right?
Yes. The more successes, the better. In pretty much every case.
So are we rolling for every single subject, or are we just rolling for overall?
Just overall.
And my approach is going to be the avoid. And so it's 2. Yeah.
So you're using void?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah, 2. And there's no white. Damn it. Okay, so I got a success and I think that's exploding. I can't remember what you said.
No, that's opportunity and a strife, so they cancel each other out, basically. Unless you want to use that opportunity for anything and take the strife.
Yeah.
But at this point, you have not been able to show yourself proficient in this skill. And you are ushered out of the gallery to make way for the next contestant. Shinzo-san, it is your turn.
I go in. I go in. I look hard at the heraldry, and I will use. I'll use the void ring as well in writing my answer there.
So, roleplay. Why are you're choosing that approach? Why? How are you choosing? How are you representing void in that approach? I probably should have done it with Jonathan too, but I'll make it you do it.
It was enlightenment. Well, enlightened.
Like, I've got. I was either going to use void or water for perceptive.
That's fine. You can choose whatever you want for any reason, but I just want to know the actual character's approach to it, so how that ring is representing how they're approaching things.
Like perceptive, as in to rack my brain to try and see or what I remember to what those clans are, or using Void being, well, no, that's probably the wrong term of enlightened, but to know, to know, oh, that clan is actually of that.
Cool.
Even if it's just the major ones, the more well-known ones, other than the samurai one.
Yep.
It's just they've both got the same value, so I might go. I'm gonna go. Actually, no. I'm gonna go water with perceptive.
Yeah. Make your roll.
And it's culture, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a successful one. Because that's opportunity and strife, the other two, aren't they?
Yeah, so you can keep 1 too, and that opportunity will cancel the strife if you wanted to.
Yeah.
It is worth noting. If you look on the second page of your character sheet, there will be like advantages. Just make sure you're aware of what yours does, because that can affect. You can manipulate your roles and things like that with things if it's in the right situation. I probably should have said that a little bit earlier, but
well.
So in that case, if it does help you, I'll let you do a re-roll, whatever, if it's relevant to the situation.
I'll. Okay. So. Well, this void. Sorry, I used water anyway. But theoretically, Jono should potentially do it again. Every clan.
Not to be confused with combat stances either.
Yeah, that's what I was reading, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, because we're not in combat. Even in wrestling, you weren't in combat.
Yeah.
Okay, so we wouldn't look at the conflict stances then.
No, not until you're actually in a conflict.
Oh, okay.
And you will know you're in conflict because I'll have an order of operations and things like that. So.
Yep. Okay. Oh. No. No. Change anything.
No.
Whatever. Yeah, no. So I got a 1.
You are also unable to show proficiency in this event and score 0 points.
What do you know? What can I say? I'm a hick.
On your way out of the gallery, you are directed towards a forest just outside the school. An obstacle course has been erected in the forest outside the school, and the contestants are expected to run it 2 by 2. The course is a winding path through the forest, beginning and ending near the Kakita Gardens. The obstacles include a log laid across a rushing stream, a pit of mud with hanging ropes to swing across, and a tall but uneven wall to climb. The competition is a target to fitness check. It is judged by Kakita Naomori of the Crane Clan. The judge nods. The best way to overcome the obstacles of your fate is by being flexible enough to adapt to them. The front runner is Miramoto Hinata of the Dragon Clan. And just so you know, from the last event, Hitoshi and Moto Batbaya failed to pass.
Okay.
No, you can't go.
All I know is I've got a duck egg. I've got duck eggs.
This is fitness, yeah?
Yep, target 2 fitness.
Yep.
Ooh. I'll go first on this one. I'm going with water for this one.
And how so?
Well, I believe you would have to be balanced, otherwise you fall out. Flexible, because you can't be straight rigid. If something happens, you want to be able to be flexible. And yeah.
No, you can't climb onto the table.
But I want to.
Well, no.
God damn it. I want to jump on the table, dance and sing like a hobbit.
You can put your paws up
or a
there.
dwarf.
But that's about it. Because
Alright.
that's my notepad
Rolling.
and I need to write on it. I know cats like sitting on paper. But no.
Oh,
this is my
sweet
notepad.
Jesus. 2, 3 opportunity and 1 strife. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Well,
So
you fail at each of the obstacles, but luckily for you, you did not do any lasting damage, but you are slightly wet and damp now, and a little bit dirty. But that's okay.
part of me says this is not my day.
At the same time, we also have Akado Masako from the Lion Clan competing beside you. Perhaps they fared better.
Probably, but you know what? I leave that course, but you know, and a smile on my face because I had fun. Whether or not people perceive me as in I've humiliated myself and I'm a joke to my clan, I don't care. I had fun. That's all I give a shit about.
What are you trying to do, Cat?
That is one unhappy cat.
Well,
he's not playing.
There we go. She was like leaning over the edge, but she didn't know whether she was going to stay or go.
Alrighty.
Your turn, Jono.
Alrighty. I'm going to be taking each obstacle as they come. I'm picking the watering as well. The same reasons. You'd be balanced, flexible, and I believe perception.
Perception. Giddy.
That word I cannot say at the moment.
Perception.
Yeah. Would be very handy.
Not at all by what the judge hinted at all, is it?
I don't even remember what he said.
The best way to overcome the obstacles of your fate is by being flexible enough to adapt to them.
Flexible.
That was a pretty easy one, to be fair.
That's why I was saying flexible so often.
Yeah.
There is a harder riddle coming up, so good luck.
I'm pretty sure I've done this right. Damn it.
It's still 2 successes.
Oh yeah.
You still did
So
it.
you keep 1-3, and the opportunity will cancel the strife if you so desire.
Keep 1. What was that, Chris?
And that opportunity can cancel the strife if you so desire. So that you're not taking any stress or, fatigue.
Oh, right. Yeah, might as well. Why not? Give it a go.
You guys have been really, really good at avoiding strife as well. Like at this point, Clem had already unmasked and was about to unmask a second time.
Wow!
And other people had a fair value of strife, but some of them had a pretty high strife level, so it didn't really bother them.
I haven't even been keeping track of my strife.
Well, you haven't received any, so
you and I haven't received any.
I was going to say
we're on 0 strife.
Oh, okay. I better put that down.
That's why I said you guys have been really good at avoiding strife, just by default, even.
Yeah.
Okay, you successfully complete the course, and you impress the judge. You get 2 points.
Woo! Yay!
The next event is horseback riding.
Yeah.
Come on, I better be fucking good at this.
Yeah, if you fail this, there's something wrong.
Adjacent to the obstacle course for the athletics trial, a long series of ropes and flags have been erected on a cleared field for the horseback riding trial. Contestants must mount one of the provided horses, ride to the end of the field, collect a flag, ride back, then take an offered spear and collect rings on it from where they hang at various points across the course. Contestants are judged both on speed and grace. The competition is a target number 1 survival check. This competition is judged by Utaku Oichi of the Unicorn Clan.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'd better do fucking good, otherwise I'm not going back to my clan.
The front runner, surprising no one, is Moto Batbaya, also of the Unicorn.
Yep. Good man. He's a very nice man to drink with.
The judge grins at you. To tame a steed, you must be as fierce and bold as the horse. Good luck.
Which one's got horse riding in? Because I don't see it.
That's a target number 1 survival check.
Oh, it's survival.
Oh man. If with what my stats are, if I fuck this up, I am going to just leave and be done with it and go, nah, not meant to be.
So, even if if you are able to, if you think you know what the ring that you're meant to go for is, but it's not one of your best ones, you can still choose a different approach to get a better chance at success.
Yeah.
So, it just means you're not going to be scoring that bonus point.
Yeah.
But you still might score a point.
I think I might just go over the top. Do you want to go first, Jono?
Yeah, I'll go first because you went first last time. Alrighty.
Man, I really need to change these pants. They're a bit wet.
I was like,
For the wrong reasons. Right reason.
Well,
you fell
on the horse. I hop on the horse and just fucking go for it. I'm going to use the water ring again because I have a feeling I'm going to fall off if I don't. And perception seems to be a good one to have as well for this one.
So which ring?
Water. Alrighty. You said it was a survival, didn't you?
Survival, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's in trade down at the very bottom.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, God. I'm dreading this. So 1 success, I think that's a strife.
1 opportunity, 1 strife.
Yeah. And 1 success.
And 1 success.
You succeed in completing the course. You get 1 point.
Woo! That's all I care about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Grady, your advantage will work here.
I was going to go completely over the top.
Yeah, but your personal advantage
even-
should also help you re-roll dice here.
So do I keep that strife?
No, well, because you basically can cancel it out with the opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah. So just keep 3.
Keep 2-3.
2-3.
If you keep just 3, then you take a strife.
Right. Okay.
Now, what do you mean by my advantage?
Icons.
Your unicorn, yeah?
Yeah.
The advantage on page 2, I'm pretty sure, relates to...
Your advantage. You quickly recover from exhaustion after long durations of exertion and strenuous physical activity.
There should be something there that allows you to re-roll, I'm pretty sure.
In your
born
turn,
in the saddle.
maybe?
Your school ability. Born in the saddle. Once per scene, before rolling dice in a check, you may direct your horse. Oh, well, it's not my horse anyway.
Is it a battle skill? Or?
No. You may direct your horse, if present, to aid you and reduce the target number by 1. It says nothing about combat or anything. But I'm not using my horse. I'm using someone else's horse.
That is true.
Which is going to be slow and pathetic compared to my horse. Personally, that's what I think. But I'm not going to say that.
No, but yeah, you wouldn't be able to use
they're
the
letting
school
me use a
building,
horse.
no.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to use it anyway.
Because the horse is... We don't know, but we assume that the horse is not a unicorn-trained horse.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
And away we go.
Yeah, anyway, whatever.
How are you approaching this?
As I said, I'm going to go completely over the top. Actually, no, I won't go completely over the top. We need to go fierce, so I'm going to go the fire ring. Direct, ferocious, inventive. I'm just going to go ferocious. Just go for it. Hell for leather. But part of me wants to go the earth ring and go fuck stuff what the judge said and go earth ring and go at it steady. Grounded, don't think too high of myself. Otherwise I'm quite likely to screw it up. So actually no, stuff it. I'm gonna go over the top. I'm gonna go to the earth ring. And I hope like hell I don't absolutely butcher this.
Earth ring or fire ring?
Earth ring.
No cats on the gaming table, please.
They're movable terrain.
Yeah, I don't like my cats in here.
Yeah.
That's this game, Grady.
Yeah, I know.
Which has been cleared off of this table right now to do the RPG.
Yeah, no, mine's all over my desk.
I still have it in progress.
Rolling my dice. Yeah. Rolling my dice.
Yes.
Ooh.
2 successes.
2 explosive successes.
2 explosive successes.
You may keep up to 3 of your dice.
I don't... Alright, you know what? Fuck it, I will.
I'd keep the opportunity just to cancel that strife, if I was you. So 1, 2, 3.
So keeps base 1, 2, 3? No, that's 4, 3.
Cool, and now you can add WB.
Oh, now. B. Send.
You've got another 2 successes.
Yeah.
And you take 1 strife if you want to keep those.
How many successes do I lose if I to get rid of a strife?
You'll get 3 successes.
Oh well, then yeah, I'll quite happily take 3 successes. So what do I do?
So you'll just keep 1, 2, 3, 4.
One, two, keep 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Cool. The crowd around you that are watching explode into cheers and applause. You have defeated the frontrunner.
Nice.
So you have 2 points plus 1 additional glory.
Okay.
However,
No,
however impressed, the judge was not completely appeased.
No, of course not. Of course not.
As with the last event and the one before it, Hitoshi fails, and Miramoto Hinata also failed.
Oh.
But she doesn't matter.
No.
Conduct. The conduct trial is held in the same gallery as the heraldry contest and features a panel of 3 judges. Each judge asks the contestant a question of etiquette, courtesy, or ceremony, with possible follow-up questions if they find the answer inadequate. Contestants are also graded on their conduct during the test. The questions range from the deceptively simple, like who receives the last cup in a tea ceremony, to the excruciatingly specific, the Topaz champion meets an emerald magistrate at a bridge wide enough only for one samurai to cross, who must bow and defer to the other. This trial uses either culture or courtesy, as chosen by yourself, the contestant. It is a target number of 2.
Shit.
The judges for this trial are Shosuro Tomoe of the Scorpion clan, Doji Murashige of the Crane, and Ikoma Ikihata of the Lion clan. The front runner is Kakita Riku of the Crane. The judges study you doubtfully, and the Doji judge says, I hope that you recall the lessons of your parents. I hope that you recall the lessons of your parents well when comporting yourself as a samurai should. The first contestant enters.
Fuck, why not? I enter. I bow, I do everything. Do all the correct procedures of entering a room with higher ranking people than I. Higher standing, I should say. What was the hint again?
I hope that you recall the lessons of your parents well when comporting yourself as a samurai should.
Alright. I am going to go...
It's either culture or courtesy, whichever one you choose.
I'm going to go with culture. And I'm going to use the Void Ring for the Enlightenment. Because why not?
You ready? Roll away.
Roll. One. So that's 1 explode, yeah?
So you can keep up to 2 of those dice.
So if I want the first 2, I go 1 and 2, yeah?
Yeah, but you've got 2 successes there in the black dice. And this is a target number of 2. So it'd be more logical to keep 2 and 3, and perhaps you might get an opportunity on the re-roll as well.
So keep 2-3. Yep. Send.
And then add black.
Oh, shit.
You get another success and a strife. So you take 2 strife, but you're well and truly not caring about that right now.
Okay. So that doesn't affect me at all, really.
You successfully answer all the questions answered by the judges. And you also compose yourself much better than Kakitariku. You get 2 points and 1 glory. Shinjo Jin here taking out 2 of the front runners in the last
from behind. Wait,
despite not fully appeasing the judges.
All right.
I may or may not have slept their class.
Akoro-san, please enter.
I enter the way you meant to. Bow and all that fun stuff.
This way.
Break out in song and dance.
Very well composed.
It took me months to learn this dance. I'm gonna pick culture. It doesn't really make a difference which one I pick. And I'm also picking the void ring for enlightened as well.
Are you sure about that?
Yep.
Because I took void and the judges weren't exactly happy.
Well,
that's metagaming. Because you're not in the same room, so you can't give that advice.
True.
You're going in there one at a time, so he has no idea what happened with you inside. Whether you pass or not, he doesn't know.
Okay. You didn't hear anything, Jonathan.
Plus, I don't really care about the bonus point.
Hey, that bonus point can go...
He's already scored enough points early on.
Yeah. Alrighty, PP. Yeah, that's right. One success.
One success. Oh.
So
you got a strife.
You will take a strife, and you did not succeed in your test. Hitoshi also failed.
So do I keep them, Chris?
Sorry?
Do I keep the
well, you can choose not to keep any.
Right.
Sorry, yeah. Number of dice up to the value. So you can keep up to 2.
Yeah.
So you can just not keep any if you don't want to. Then you don't take the strife.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. After the conduct competition, Toshimoko gives another brief speech and encourages the contestants to rest and relax this evening. There is a certain suggestive tone to his remarks that almost seems improper. And most of the contestants proceed directly to the nearest sake house to get thoroughly drunk in celebration or misery. Thus ends the day. and thus ends
On that
the
note,
session.
I need to get my drink.
Well, that also brings you guys up to speed with the rest of the group. So,
All right.
depending whether or not you guys can make it on the next session, which is Monday.
I should be good.
I should be good. My headphones work now.
Yes. Cool. Well, that means you guys can join the rest of the group, and we can do a whole Brady Bunch style thing with these cameras.
So, out of curiosity, where is everyone sitting on the ladder? Out of all of us,
I forgot to record down any of their results yesterday, but I'm pretty sure Matson might be in the lead. I can't remember exactly. Once you guys finish this venture, we can actually type in the Facebook chat and everyone can post up their scores if they see it. Let's take a brief intermission.
Sweet.
Because I need to pee. We can come back and...
Yeah, my sake's going through me.
We can come back and have a bit of a chat and whatever else and debrief if you want.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Easy
Needed
on.
some drinks.
Drinkade.
That's
I should have gone back and helped dude.
Yeah, that's right. It all works out in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, have you thought of doing DMing for D&D? DMing, I should say.
Well, I'm actually enjoying the whole RPG thing, so if I'm going to set up a, what do you call it, like a schedule, I might actually run either multiple games of this, or I might do different games on different days.
Because if you're wanting to do Dungeons & Dragons, I'll fucking jump at that opportunity.
Well, I was looking at the starter set, actually, recently, and I was actually thinking of the Stranger Things starter set, but I don't really know enough about the setting to be able to do it.
Oh, okay. And for Dungeons & Dragons, or...?
Yeah, there's a special Stranger Things edition of the starter kit.
Yeah, well, they do play it in the TV show.
Yeah, they play it in the TV
so
show.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a special... Have you seen the TV show, Grady? It's pretty good, actually. It's a very good suspense thriller and adventure. And they use D&D source books to help them.
Yeah, it's really great.
What?
They go into the void. Or the underworld, or what is it? The other plane?
The Upside Down.
Upside Down, that's it. Yeah.
But anyway, the good thing about 5th edition D&D, though, is there's a lot of plugins that work with it.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at one today that's actually Middle-earth role-playing. It's actually Lord of the Rings setting. That works in with that. So, I mean, I was looking at some different books in the shop today, so I'm happy to have a look at that. If there's any requests of any particular setting that people want to play, D&D is a pretty straight-up fantasy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we could even just do D&D, but in a Lord of the Rings setting, if you wanted to do that without having to use the Middle-earth roleplay book.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much...
Well, hobbits are halflings anyway.
Yeah, it's all pretty much, like, except for tieflings and other, but I can just ban certain races to make it make sense. So,
yeah.
But I'm happy to look into Shadowrun, because Jonathan's had some experience with Shadowrun. I've had experience with Shadowrun.
Very limited experience. But...
So have I. I only played like part of a campaign.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm happy to look into. Just name a setting, and I'll find a game that will work with it. And even if it's just you guys that want to play it, I'm happy to run those things for you guys too. It's going to give you more experience on A, getting on camera, and B, GMing a game, so knowing how to deal with things and improvise on the fly. The Star Wars game is pretty cool, and this dice bot also works for that. This dice bot also has Star Trek dice. There's a Star Trek one.
Oh, okay.
And Fantasy Flight has another game out that's basically a toolbox for any setting, using proprietary dice.
Sweet.
Using the same roll and keep system. So that could also be something we can look at. I can use the generic fantasy setting of Fantasy Flight, which will be very similar to these mechanics. And we can run it in any setting that we want as well. So
cool.
I'm happy to even dig through the internet and see if I can find a PDF on Drive-Thru RPG and of the original Stargate D20 as well.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I've seen it somewhere.
I saw it a while ago, and I never bought it, but it was very interesting. But I never had anyone to play with, so I was like,
what's the
fun? Looking forward to the new Stargate one that they're trying to bring out.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I will DM this. I will make this happen.
If you do it, Kim is definitely going to be signing up to Discord and fucking everything else just to play it as well.
Well, as I said, we can play the older version until then if you wanted to. I'm happy to do it. The offer is there.
I'm pretty sure Kim would get used to Discord by then.
And I'm pretty sure
it's not like it's rocket science. It's pretty.
I'm pretty sure it uses 4th Ed D&D.
Ooh, haven't played 4th Ed.
It's still the basic D20 system, so.
Oh, okay.
The D20 open license, but the open license has since been upgraded to the 5th ed. I'm not sure what changes have been made, but never been that much of a fan. But definitely something that I can look into and put it forward. Any comments or feedback or questions about the adventure so far or tonight?
No, I think I just need to get the hang of what to do with the dice. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward.
Yep, cool. A lot of the abilities and stuff that you have in your character sheet won't take place until the second half of the adventure anyway, because it slowly eases you into different things.
Yes.
Yep.
There is another beginner adventure that's been released for free on the internet, which I've downloaded, from Fantasy Flight, that is a continuation for the characters.
Cool.
At that point, we may or may not use the pre-gen characters for that mission. We could say, basically, this is a new year, we've completed our thing, and we're now on this particular adventure with these new characters. So it all depends on what the people want to do, but I'm pretty sure the consensus at that point will be, I want to make my character.
Yeah.
The only problem is that we can't put a fresh rank 0 essentially character into this adventure with the pre-gens, because the pre-gens are actually underpowered compared to a freshly rolled character. Quite significantly, actually. So,
oh wow,
that's the reason why I'm actually forcing everyone to use the pre-gens now, just because it's easier. It's easier.
It's a good thing to start.
Yeah, it's easier. It's a warm up, and you're not going to be the one that's OP and passing everything compared to everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I enjoyed tonight.
I'm glad. Any
kind of pissed off I didn't get to do it last night.
Yeah. Oh, I was bummed out for you. But now it gave me something to do tonight, so I'm happy. How did you find it, Jonathan? Overall?
Yeah, it was kind of bringing me back to when I used to play Shadowrun, that's for sure. Besides the dice, the names is what's going to get me up a little bit as well.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I can't pronounce any of the names.
Don't worry about it.
So I'll just have to find a workaround with that. But other than that, that's about it.
So if you know that they're a lord, then say the lord. You might know that which family they're from, so you might say the Crane Lord or the Crane Samurai.
Yeah.
As long as I can obviously tell who you're talking about or to or whatever, then we can figure it out.
Yes.
I'm not expecting anybody to.
I went through 3 pages writing notes.
Don't worry, I've got 4. I don't even know what half of it says.
Oh, all right then. Go 4 pages then.
Oh, next time I'll go 5.
Unless anyone needs to go to bed or whatever, did you want to brainstorm any particular secondary games you want to play? I know there's a vote for D&D. I know there's a...
How many votes for D&D?
Yours.
Oh, 1. Okay. I'm like, surely there can't be any more people other than potentially me wanting to play D&D.
I know there is a default vote from Kim for Stargate in any form, most likely.
Yeah.
I'm happy to play pretty much everything. Let's face it, I will play anything.
Yeah. Would you prefer a setting that's similar to this or different to this?
It really doesn't bother me. As far as I'm concerned, they're all the same.
True.
The way that they're set up.
That is brutal, but I'll pay.
I will pay it because there is a particular approach that players will take and a certain approach that DMs will take anyway, no matter what they're playing. The difference is, that one that I've been looking at pretty closely today actually was I think Wrath and Conquest or something. It's the new 40k one, new 40k roleplay.
I used to paint those figures back in the UK. Like, it's been ages since I've done anything with them. Holy shit.
That's the new Chaos Hellboy.
Wow.
Also known as the Chaos Dreadnought.
Actually painted. Yeah, Chaos Dreadnought.
Wow, I haven't seen them in years. Like, we used to do it at school. Like, we had a class dedicated to it.
Oh, really?
So, you know...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
That's what we
Marine
do.
got an upgrade.
Space
Plague Marines
Marines.
are now resin. Yeah. Chaos Plague Marines are now plastic, not resin.
Oh, what?
Bigger. That's the new Typhus model. Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
That's the new Typhus model.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're so different.
It is so different. But I'm an Orcs. I'm Orc. I play Orcs now.
Orcs.
So, yeah. Started off as a joke army. Now it's actually kind of scary and serious.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy Lego.
Oh fuck! Don't get me started on Lego.
I had my way. I would build a city, like...
Legoland 2.0. Oh, hello.
Oh, that just took me to the Games Workshop website.
Yeah, so there's also new Space Marines.
Yeah.
So as you can see, opposite Death Guard, they're Primaris Space Marines, so they're bigger. They're supposedly meant to be the better Space Marine.
The better.
Yes.
Yeah, Gulliman came back.
Yeah. Gulliman came back.
I thought he was done. Like,
No. The... What are they called? Inari?
Inari,
They're
the
another-
Eldar, yeah.
you know,
They're another Eldar tribe.
yeah.
Like, Divine Eldar.
Yeah. When we're going to team up with the Adeptus Mechanicus and bring Girly Man back. And they did.
I watch someone on YouTube, and he's completely crazy when it comes to it. Like, he did like a video that's like he live streamed it, and it went for like 22 hours or something.
What?
Of just him painting. Like, it was crazy.
So it looks like this one might actually require there to be a grid map to actually play on.
Okay.
If you could go by this little webcomic example, he's got miniatures on the table in front of him, so there might actually be a combat mechanic there. So I'd have to bring my old setup with the camera facing down and things like that, which takes it.
So we can get a tripod for that.
True.
Get a GoFundMe.
I'd be possibly thinking about putting a maybe broadcasting that directly from a mobile phone on charge on a
consistently on charge on a
get one of those
brace or something.
like I've got
Brace, yeah.
next to me I've got a my figurine cabinet, and that's I can actually put one of those car holders that suction on, and that could just angle down and actually just cover that view, so I could open up a second Discord account and connect into this chat, and then you've got a bird's eye view of the map. So that might be something that I might look at doing.
Yeah.
Are you able to do it through your own Discord?
Well, I can, but I'm
say, for example, use the Discord on your phone and then use the Discord on your iPad and use both cameras.
I don't know if I can connect to the same video call twice. I don't think you could. I think it will just override the input.
All right.
But that's fine. I can just have another account. That's no problem. So I just have the account for that particular camera view. This one...
Fucking can't wait for them to come out as models.
The model for her goes on pre-order this weekend.
Oh, fuck hell. Okay, where's the internet?
The first plastic sister battle ever.
Yeah.
Is coming.
Oh, man. Fuck, I want one of them.
Just wait until Airsoft gets legalized and know what to spend your money.
Yeah, well, you know, I need something to spend my money on in the time being. So you said this weekend, yeah?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because my local shop posted up that he was taking interest for it, and then he'll put it down as a pre-order on the weekend.
Strange. I haven't read it in any of my emails I get from them.
Either did I, but it got told to me by the gamer shop guy. So, alright. So the most popular is D&D 5th edition.
Yes, I've got. Hang on, is that the
That's a player's handbook.
Yeah, I've got that. I think somewhere. My bookshelf of
the 5th ed
many codexes and whatever. Yeah.
Cool. The problem with that is that if people want a legit, which now that we're still live streaming, yes, I definitely endorse making sure you buy legit products.
Yes. There's just something about having it in the hard book.
Oh yeah,
hardcover.
That's why I end up caving and getting the core rule book and everything here, because it's just easier to have it physically. Especially if you need to flick through it in a hurry, you have to wait for a PDF to load. Blades in the Dark. Dark criminal fantasy. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to DM that very well. I need something that...
He was standing in the corner and he... What?
I need something that of a setting that I know fairly well so that I can at least improv.
Yeah.
Feng Shui 2. Looks like Wuxia. Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon level stuff. Fast-paced cinematic action with over-the-top flair. Yeah, pretty much.
Over-the-top flair, of course.
So sparkles.
Of course, sparkles.
Bubblegum shoe.
What?
Teen sleuths lead dramatic lives but keep their cool. So it's teen investigations.
No, thank you.
Star Trek Adventures. Turn your friend group into a bridge crew.
I feel like that's a VR game.
Exactly. Why play that when we've got it on
VR? When you've got VR.
I guess we can have more than 4 people then with this one.
Yeah. You could have like an actual engine crew and everything. So, you know.
What would be even cooler is actually doing this inside VR.
VR.
So you've got the setting of the bridge around you. And then... Oh, but doing tests is a bit of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. The Fate core system. It's a toolbox to create your own things. There's one called the Hero System, actually, that I liked at one point. That's all about, like, superheroes and stuff. Dungeon World. Okay.
Whoa.
Starfinder.
Dungeon World.
Adventure in deep space with deep rules.
Deep rules?
Deep space with deep rules. So it's a star opera.
I wouldn't mind a Necromunda. Necromunda version. Of like a D&D sort of thing. Rather than having to paint up the models.
I'm pretty sure cool. I could probably find some of the old Dark Heresy stuff that would actually work for that.
Ooh.
Numenera. Fantasy follows sci-fi in an old world built on new ideas. Well, that doesn't really give me a huge amount to go with. Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, vampire. Yeah, no. Sounds like bloody that.
50 Shades of Grey.
No, sounds like the bloody 90s vampire video game that came out, and you had to choose what type of vampire you wanted to be.
A shiny one.
Like there was well, no, like you could choose pretty much the shiny one, which was the easiest way to play it, or you could choose the Nosferatu variety, which like put it in the the game will kick you in the balls sort of difficulty.
Call of Cthulhu, pretty popular setting, but I don't know enough about Lovecraft to be able to do that. So,
no.
Cthulhu like the demon or something?
Yeah, the big tentacle demon.
Yeah.
Tentacle monster. Sounds like your sort of thing, Chris.
Yeah.
All those tentacles.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with tentacles.
As long as they leave me alone, yes, you're all right. There's nothing wrong with them.
Okay, so the difference between Dungeon World and Dungeons and Dragons is Dungeon World is narrative driven, so less emphasis over rolling dice and more about telling the story.
So pretty much what Legend of the Five Rings.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're telling the story, people just roll dice to see what their character supposedly does.
Yeah, that's one thing I sort of got annoyed with D&D about, is that it became too tactical at one point, and sessions really dragged out while people were sitting there scratching their heads over which square they're going to move their guy to.
Yeah, no, all the D&D sessions that I had, the DM had a timer.
Yeah.
And it was set for like 20 seconds. So you had 20 seconds to choose what you were doing.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. So if you're in a dungeon and you have a dragon breathing fire at you, it's like, what do I do?
Nothing. You're dead. If a dragon's breathing fire at you, your character's dead. There is no way to, unless of course you've scaled up correctly.
Yeah.
Which I hope like hell you have.
There's the Star Wars RPG that has support for about 4 different settings within that. You've got the Age of Rebellion, which is you're joining the rebellion and fighting against the Empire, or the Empire's you're a stormtrooper or someone from the Empire fighting against the rebellion. You've got I think Scum and Villainy. I'm not sure what they've actually called it, but it's basically you're on the Outer Rim, doing weird and wonderful things.
On the Outer Rim?
Yep.
Okay. Doing wonderful things on the Outer Rim.
Yep. There's another setting where you're, I think, a Jedi. So you're doing Jedi stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And I think I saw some source books for like Clone Wars and things like that.
Interesting.
GURPS, which is just a toolbox. Traveller, which is also a toolbox. Mithras. Quick yet in-depth combat system. Dungeon Slayers. Okay, I'm looking for things that aren't.
Dungeon Slayers.
I'm looking for things that aren't just standard fantasy. Lamentations of the Flame Princess.
That is an anime. I don't know what is.
Just find one that's real life dungeons or something.
It's basically OD&D. Paranoia. Bit of a dystopian setting. Marvel superheroes. Using the karma system. It's like that's actually an old one.
Oh wow, that is old, that artwork.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Vampire the Masquerade. Cyberpunk 2020.
That apparently, I think, no, it's not 2020, but one of the Cyberpunk movies actually has Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah, it's the new game.
Keanu Reeves is going to be in the game.
Yeah, he's in the new one.
So I'm pretty sure that is an adaptation of the RPG of this setting.
I'm so looking forward to that.
And we have Shadowrun.
Yeah.
Shadowrun's pretty cool. Do you know much about Shadowrun, Grady?
No.
Okay, so basically it's Blade Runner meets Magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, dragons rule the world under corporations. Yes.
So does that mean then corporations rule the world?
Yes, but the dragons are the ones who own those corporations.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Actually, no. Think of it as the movie. Have you seen the movie Bright with Will Smith?
No.
Okay, well, basically, all the magical races have come back into the world. So elves and orcs and all sorts of things
Give me some of that elven lovin'.
have come back into the world, into the modern day world. But it's much more. It's actually much more further in the future, modern day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got technology and magic, and you can have a massive variety of character types in this game.
Yeah, like.
And you got cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah, like he was like a technomancer, so he like could do anything with electronics. It's pretty awesome. And he could just hack ATMs and get money. That's all he would do.
That sounds like me. I will drink to that technomancer.
And I was a bodyguard for a dwarf arms dealer.
No short order.
Big Eyes, Small Mouth, the anime-themed RPG.
Oh, wow.
Wow, okay.
That has my interest.
Of course that has... Oh, that says BESM.
Yeah, Big Eyes, Small Mouth.
BD. No, that's BESM.
Well, there is an expansion book, so I'm pretty sure that would be one of the expansions. Let's open that in another tab for later. Hey, I'd be happy to run, especially if I can get that voice changer. I'd be happy to run an anime RPG.
Right, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can actually...
13th Age. Pathfinder, which is another one of the major fantasy.
Yep.
I've heard of that one.
But it has very detailed combat simulation, so it slows down the gameplay. When it's online, I prefer to have something that doesn't slow down gameplay because you guys can't interact with your pieces.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. Unless everyone goes on Steam and buys Tabletop Simulator, then you can actually interact with your pieces. It's the only way I can figure out of doing it. Because I can't get any of the free online tabletops to work because it just slows right down. Open D6, which is a D6 system. Monsters and Magic. Grin. Looks like a horror.
Well, I'll add it to my wish list, and when it goes on sale...
Tabletop Simulator also has a VR capability.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
Cool.
So even if we don't do RPGs,
you can play tabletop in VR.
Well, yeah. You can, with our controls, we can actually use our hands and pick up pieces and move them and stuff and roll our dice. And it would make more sense to us doing it. Whereas if you're playing it, you would just be using your mouse and the keyboard to move around in the space. But you can even just play board games with that. There's a lot of Steam Workshop content where people have put other games. Like there's Star Wars Imperial Assault, which is like an RPG board game, and like kind of like Hero Quest if you ever played Hero Quest.
No.
It's a hybrid between board game and RPG. With very minimal record keeping.
Now, how does this sound?
How does what sound?
Oh, can you not hear it?
It's slightly changed.
Right.
I can't hear shit.
But not enough to make any distinct difference.
Okay. I need to mess around with some of the settings then.
I actually saw a book the other day for The Witcher RPG.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
As long as we don't get some of those bloody invincible or consistently spawning unkillable bloody demon monsters when we farm hides, cow hides.
I love doing that. Like, it was my favorite thing.
And then that happened and you're just like, no, fuck that shit.
D&D 3.5.
No, thank you. See if it's on my shelf. Back.
Excellent.
What the hell? Age of Sigmar is not a tabletop RPG.
No, it's definitely not.
It's a tabletop. Apparently, this is a tabletop RPG according to this list.
What the hell?
It's Age of Sigmar.
I know it's Age of Sigmar.
That's a tabletop war game.
Unusual. Okay.
Let's go to Good Games. Rather than use some list that's got like 10-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-old games on it. Let's see what's actively getting sold. Apparently D&D. For a minute, I thought that was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, how can you roleplay Yu-Gi-Oh? Besides stuttering a lot. Okay, so that's Cthulhu, Dungeons and Dragons, Fantasy. Whoa. Fantasy Flight. Oh shit. I got a few. GURPS, Iron Kingdoms. There we go. Seventh Sea. Sounds like pirates. Adventures in Middle Earth. The best game ever.
What?
It's called The Best Game Ever. Is the name of it. Black Void. Conan.
Yeah. Conan the Barbarian. That's fantasy as well, I believe.
Coriolis.
So what are you looking up?
I'm just looking.
RPG.
Yeah, just seeing what's actually actively getting sold. So if we were going to start something simultaneously, I want to get something that's at least, actively developed and played. And the more content that there is there for me to not have to invent for, the better. Until I get the hang of the whole thing, and then I can easily invent with all the sources that are available. Essentials key. That's all D&D. My Little Pony RPG.
Ew. That's gross. Don't need to see that shit. Thank you very much.
Or too bad. Tales of Equestria. You have no idea how tempted I am.
Hey, of which one?
For Tales of Equestria. Grady just...
Hello, party of one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well I do solo. Oh dear.
Oh god, they got Warhammer Quest as well. As a RPG game.
Yeah, Warhammer Quest is half and half.
That's tabletop though.
It's a board game / RPG, so it's kind of both.
Yeah.
Why aren't you loading?
How's this voice?
Sounds pretty normal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. Sorry to disappoint you there, man. But yeah, you kind of sound.
Let me see if it actually works.
What? I never taught to go to Only War. I taught to go to Fantasy Flight. Only War has no longer been sold. It's been pulled off the shelves. I know.